everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having an absolutely amazing day today. If you're new here, hi, I'm Liz, aka My Pastel Past, and I'm back with another video. I'm so excited to be bringing you all this speed build. I've been working on this build a little bit on stream, and I finally got all the parts ready to do the speed build. So with that being said, let's hop right into the video. So for this build, we're kind of working on a little bit of a cafe seating area mixed with an ice cream truck, and I am super excited to be bringing all of you along on this speed build. I will say I did change a few things about this video. I changed some settings on my mic, and I also changed a little bit about how I edit this video. I'd love to know what you all think about this in the comments, if this is something that you liked or if you'd rather me go back to my old ways. I just adjusted some mic settings so it should be clear with less background noise. And then in terms of my editing, I tried to cut out more areas where I'm just running around the build and just kind of shortened it a little bit. I'm not sure if you all like watching me run around the build and mess around with things. If that is something that you enjoy seeing me do in these builds, please let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy to leave those in when editing. I just wanted to test something new out and see what happened with this video. So right now I'm just laying down all of the base paths and codes for this. So far for this island, I have done all the codes myself. I've had a little bit of a dangerous thought, I have to admit, and that thought is that I'm kind of tempted to challenge myself into making all the custom design codes for this island myself. Now that does scare me because there are parts of this island that I really want to have some aspects of water, like in a spa or in a swimming pool. And I'm not sure if I have the ability to make these like water paths myself yet. So I'm a little bit nervous about that. But so for my island, I've done all of these codes myself. If you do want to use these codes, I have released my creator code over on Instagram. I also released a sneak peek at this build over on my Instagram. So if you're curious in seeing some before and after images of these builds, or you want to see what kind of build might be coming out in the future, be sure to follow my Instagram because I am posting more regularly there. So yeah, I'll be having more little sneak peeks of builds to come and past builds there. This area was really hard to work with, specifically because I had such little room, but I really wanted to utilize the space as much as possible and really incorporate the colors. So I have a lot of whites and blues. That's been like the main color focus of this island. I find that those colors really pop, and then also layering items that I've never really used before. I both love and hate this bistro table. I think it's absolutely adorable. I'm really happy that we have a table like this now in Animal Crossing. However, one of my biggest issues with this item is kind of like the border around it. If you've noticed, you can't really stand very close to the table itself, and that's because the umbrella is slightly bigger than the table. So it creates this border for how close items can get to the table itself, which means it's really hard to work and decorate around. So I love how it looks, but it's really hard to work with. On the right hand side of this build here, I'm starting on almost like my ice cream truck area. I did a lot of this on stream, and then I recreated it for this speed build here. I messed around a lot with trying to find the right design for this ice cream truck. I ended up remaking it completely from what I did on stream. I just wasn't loving it. So I ended up making this design the other night, and I think it looks pretty good. And now I'm just kind of placing some frozen treats behind these pop-out standees, I think they're called out, just to kind of like peep through. And one thing I really struggled with in making this design is I wanted to have the front of the truck, and then I realized if I replaced having a third standee there with a box sofa, it kind of looks like the front of a truck, so I ended up using that instead. I did originally want to have this partition wall kind of bordering the cafe. However, I realized later on that I needed to move this build all about half a space over to the right. So I end up having to take down everything I've placed so far and move it over, which you'll see later on. I wanted to keep that in the video just because I don't know if anyone else has this issue in their builds, but I'm constantly removing and respacing things. I find it so hard to figure out how big a build is going to be or how much room I need when I first start. And I'd like to think that I'm not alone in that. So let me know down in the comments if you're with me on that. I also used my first gyroid in a build. I hope y'all are proud of me. I've never really used a gyroid in a build ever. I know we were all super excited when gyroids came into Animal Crossing, but because it was my first Animal Crossing game, I didn't really know what the hype was about. I was just excited for new content, so to finally have gyroids and actually use it for the first time is super exciting. I don't know. This is me trying to move everything. I wanted to move this one tree and I couldn't, so I ended up having to completely move over my bamboo partition. I'm lucky I had the space and it ended up working out really well. I'm just really sad that I had to tear down everything and place it all over again. But you know what? That is one of the joys of building in this game. You never quite know how the build's gonna go or where you need things to be placed, so it's always trial and error. At least for me, I've always got to mess around and see where things are, where they need to be placed, and all that fun stuff. And so now I'm just kind of placing everything again. I love that we have all of these frozen treats that we can place behind, just so it kind of adds a little bit more to the kind of idea of having an ice cream truck there. I'm just placing the counter and some final details, so I'm using the fax machine almost as like a till or a POS system, and of course we have to have a little air conditioner fan. Gotta keep the ice cream feeling nice and cool. And we're just adding a few little details. I really like that I've used a lot of different shades of blue. That was something that I was very nervous about when I was creating these designs. I thought maybe it's a little too turquoise, maybe I need it lighter. And I was really worried about having everything match, but I like that everything is a different shade of blue. It doesn't blend as much as I was worried it would, which I think is just a bonus of having all the different shades. And now it's really just me adding a few details. And with that, we have the final build. This is what our little ice cream truck looks like in the end. We have little seating areas by the counter in case you want to take a seat. And then we even have our little seating area here with the bistro, which I think is super cute. In the end, I did end up going back and adding 2 more plants, so this is just a little overview again. I did end up changing it later, so I wanted to showcase those 2 changes I made. I just added the little palm leaf tree and the monstera, I think it's called, plant over on the right hand side. And then this is the little seating area that we have. Overall, I absolutely love this build, and I can't wait to bring you all along for the rest of this island's build. I'm so excited to see where it goes. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you like this content and you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do stream a lot here on YouTube now, and I'm hoping to get back into my regular Twitch streaming schedule soon. But with that being said, I shall see you all in the next video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!